Hello everyone, Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum. Welcome back to another video on our 5 elements series. As in previous videos, we discussed about 4 elements. First one is earth element, which is very gross element, is represented by our bones and tight muscles, and also our legs and feet, they represent earth element. So that is our foundation of the physical universe, physical body. The whole body's weight is carried by our feet. And second one is our water element. Water element is like the juice of life, which gives pleasure through our taste buds, saliva, and sexual fluids. And also our joints are lubricated by the synovial fluid. Our nervous system is nourished by the cerebrospinal fluid, and our eyes are lubricated by our tears, and skin is lubricated by sweat. So all the body fluids is a representation of the water element. And third is the fire element. So fire element, which gives warmth and heat to the body, and also helps to digest our food through digestive fire, and also keep our immune system active so that we are not infected by harmful bacteria and viruses. So fire element, it helps to burn those harmful bacteria and viruses by supplying high temperature in the body, raising the core temperature. Then there is air element. So air element is keeping this physical body alive. We cannot live without air element for more than few seconds to few minutes, but we can live without water and food for a couple of hours to a couple of days. Today we are going to discuss next element, which is space element, also called Akash Tattva. Akash Tattva is very abstract element. Now we can think of space element as the emptiness around us. If there is emptiness in our blood vessels, then only blood can move in the blood vessels. If there is some clot or some plaque built up in the blood vessels, so there is no space left for the blood to move, then we may die. Similarly, we can eat only if our stomach has some emptiness. If the stomach is full, we cannot eat anymore. Same way, if our airways, bronchioles, or our nose is not stuffy, if there is emptiness or space element in the nose and airways in the lungs, then only we can breathe. If there is no space element, we cannot even breathe. So this is a little bit understanding about the importance of emptiness or space element in our body and around us. As people need space element, like we say, we need personal space. So personal space is creating your personal space, means you want to resolve some problems in your life. So meditation is also can happen if we have personal space. GURUBANI says like VASTU andar vast SAMAWE DUJI HOVE pass. It means we can, like if we have empty glass, only then we can pour water in that glass. So we need that space to embrace anything new anything worthwhile in life. Now, if the mind is full of old thoughts, old ideas, we cannot receive new ideas because there is no space in our mind. So, if our mind is full of thoughts, we cannot experience peace or solitude. So, to create peace and solitude in our life, we need some space element in our mind. It needs to be emptied out of all the worldly thoughts. So when we empty out all the worldly thoughts, then we can pour divine thoughts. So we need to empty out our mind to experience peace. Now, space element also helps to move faster in life. Like when we have to drive on the roads or when we have to walk on the roads, our speed is very slow. But if we have to go in the aeroplane through the space, through the emptiness, then the speed is very high. So space element gives speed. So you start moving faster. If there is predominance of the earth element in the body, in our life, then we find life is a struggle, very difficult to survive. But as soon as our space element is balanced, then we find life is very easy. There is no struggle. You can easily enjoy your life, your stay on this planet. So space is very crucial element. To understand Earth, we had to go to the space, like satellites. They can guide us where, like which route to take. When we have to drive, the navigation system which is linked with the satellite can guide us which is less traffic area. So like going in the space has made our life easier. There is so much exploration about Earth from the satellites, from the space, outer space. Our internet, our communication system is also under it did tremendous progress when we went in the space. So space element, it makes our life easier. Now the space element makes our bodies very lighter, so that we can easily walk, we can easily move around without any difficulty. So that is the perfect sign. If somebody has balanced space element, the body is light. If the body is heavy, then the life is struggle. You cannot move easily, walking is difficult. So gravity has immense effect on the body. So lighter bodies, as our head and our, like the location of the space element in our body is the throat. Throat has thyroid and parathyroid glands which control your metabolism. If your thyroid and parathyroid glands are functioning well, your body is in shape. So if we have balanced space element, we get creative ideas which make our life even more easier. And you start enjoying your own company. You don't like to be surrounded by the crowd all the times. So you enjoy your own company. You need some space, some time for yourself. You enjoy that time. And there are some breathing techniques, there are some humming techniques which can help to balance our space element. And then there are some herbs, some yoga exercises which help to balance our space element. So once the space element is balanced, then we don't suffer from any thickening of blood, any heaviness of the body, or any struggle in life. So we should always aspire, because as we compare human beings, we started walking erect. So as our head moved away from the earth, that's how we made the progress. Other animals, they cannot keep their head erect. So our head is a sign that we head is towards the sky, and as feet they are towards the earth. Our progress happens as we move away from earth towards sky. So that is our journey from earth realm to heaven, as we represent heaven is in the sky. So the people who enjoy this life, their space element is balanced. And then there are we hear people talk about the vibes. When we go to certain places, some people are very sensitive about the vibes of those places. As when we go to pubs or casinos, there are different vibes. When we go to nature, mountains, there are the vibes are very peaceful. There are different vibes. And when we go to some sacred places like temples, gurudwaras, or churches, over there the vibes are very different. So these vibes, they are invisible. As scientists now have understood that we can see only 4% of the universe. Rest 96% of the universe is invisible, which is made up of dark matter and dark energies. So these vibes, those vibes are also invisible. When we go to meet some people in the crowd, in the gathering, over there are different vibes, sometimes very disturbing vibes. You want to run away from those people. And then you go to meet some other person, over there vibes are totally different, very peaceful, very calming vibes. You want to stay in the vicinity of those people. So there is a lot of stuff in the space element to be covered. So this was my little bit understanding. I hope you understood this new language of 5 elements and how to keep our mind at peace and body at health. So peace in the mind and health in the body can be achieved if we understand these 5 elements, which we are not being taught in the schools. So this knowledge is passed on by very few individuals and very few schools. If you have any question, you can write it down in the comment section below. And now we will make a video on the mind, which controls all these 5 elements. Stay tuned for the next video. Till then, stay happy and healthy. Have a nice day.